And welcome back, everybody. This is Movies and Beyond. I am Callum, that is Kyle. Kyle, how we doing? How have you been? How's life been?
A lot of graphical stuff. Like, not that way, graphics and making graphics.
Yes, he has.
We have something in the works. Something very different,
it's
but we'll talk about that later.
It's kind of in the works. Very much
Yeah.
in the works.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you know. Me and Kyle are getting married. It's more of tax reasons. But yeah, it's definitely not love. Let's move on to love, and something I do love is casting news. And boy, have we got a good one. Josh Brolin has been offered the role of Hal Jordan in the Lanterns TV show. Now, this is coming to us from Jeff Snyder, the Insider. He is the man. He confirmed this. This was on another trade, but when he came out and confirmed it, I was like, all right, this is pretty cool now. So, Josh Brolin has been offered the role of Hal Jordan. Now, there's a few other names that will probably be offered after if Josh Brolin doesn't accept. But first of all, let's just get to it. Josh Brolin, Hal Jordan, are you here for it? Are you not?
I don't know much about Green Lantern and then the characters, so this is kind of like I want to be careful.
Green lights, mate. Just green lights. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Spatters, mate.
I'm up for it. Yeah, I just think I don't know. I feel like Josh Brolin would be. I think the best thing for Josh Brolin to appear in, as when it comes to DC,
Dark
is if
side.
he shows up as Darkseid. That would just be perfect. I don't know what else to say.
Well, while you're on this, there's one thing I want to say. So, I'm pretty sure there's a comic run where Hal Jordan goes and collects all the different colours of rings and becomes a villain.
I mean, that'd be great too, actually. Yeah,
obviously,
if that's a real
guys,
thing.
if you don't know Josh Brolin, you probably do know he played Thanos. Also played Cable in Deadpool 2, which is funny. Not only now has Deadpool played Green Lantern, Cable has played Green Lantern.
Maybe we'll see.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, well, that'll be interesting. Yeah,
I like this casting a lot. It kind of tells me that they are going for older Hal Jordan and they're probably going to a younger Jon Stewart. And I've kind of got a Jon Stewart casting in my head now as well that I want to say after we run through all these other names that might be going for it. But just give me a yes or no, and I'll run through. If you don't know him, I'll refresh your memory. Ewan McGregor.
Is that the young as this role as Hal
Jordan? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not as Jon Stewart. There'd be some real outcry if he. That's like casting Ryan Gosling as Black Panther.
I'd say yeah.
What, Ryan Gosling as Black Panther?
No, not that. But well, maybe that. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, for Ewan McGregor as Hal Jordan. Matthew McConaughey.
I'm gonna say no.
No. Okay.
No.
Chris Pine.
I'm gonna say no on that one too.
No on that one as well.
Yeah, I just feel like he's still kind of not young, but he's definitely still. You know what I mean?
I can't see him as like these days.
Yeah, but I can't see him still as like someone as a mentor character.
And final one, Timothy Olyphant. Do you know who that is? Cobb Vanth, Mandalorian.
Okay.
That, if Josh Brolin doesn't get it, and do you know, even maybe over Josh Brolin, that's my favourite one. He's did a show called Justified, which I love. He's great in that.
I can't really say much because I've not really seen much of him, so I'm going to say no on that one. yeah, again, I can't really. I think
But Brolin's a great choice as well. I think McGregor,
Rollins.
Ewan McGregor, yeah, it is Ewan McGregor, isn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor's also a great choice. For some reason, Conor McGregor came to mind, and I was like, "I'm saying the right thing." Um, and I think they're all good choices, but I would definitely go Timothy Olyphant, Josh Brolin, tied for number one. But obviously, they've offered it to Brolin for a reason.
Mm.
So, yeah. Now, if I just do a quick search for what I want to say, that how did I forget his name? Thinking of a Jon
Unbelievable.
Stewart casting. I just want to throw this out here right now. I did see this on Reddit earlier, so I don't want to take complete credit for it. But you know, when you see something and other pieces just connect in your head, and you're like, "Yes, that is perfect."
Mm-hmm.
Man, I've got a memory like an empty bread bin. My Jon Stewart casting would be David Johnson from Alien Romulus that we've just seen.
Fair enough.
And
Yeah.
I did say in the review, I says it will be no time until Marvel or DC scoops this man up. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's a good choice.
But there is one thing, Kyle, I want to speak about with this as well. James Gunn
Mm-hmm.
is very active on, I believe it's the Instagram threads thing. Not a big social
Yeah,
media guy.
he shuts a lot of things down, doesn't he?
He shoots
If
a lot. I think he needs to
yeah,
stop doing that. He needs to stop shooting stuff down. Because when stuff like this is coming out, he'd usually go, "No, not true at all." Well, now we kind of know. There's maybe some truth
yeah,
to this.
exactly. Yeah, I think it was something outlandish and crazy. Then it's like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
James Gunn said no to it. It's kind of expected, but when it's stuff like this,
I love James
you
Gunn.
know,
And I'm excited for his DC universe, but in a nice way, I think he needs to kind of keep his mouth shut now. He's not
it's
just a
because
director of one franchise, he's overseeing everything.
yeah, it's because James Gunn, like we know James Gunn. He's very sort of he likes to talk a lot to the fans over social media, and that's a good thing. It's a great thing.
Yeah, but
But
it
this
works
tactic
better.
of
It it works better when he was just the director of one franchise.
yeah, like I say, he can't do this anymore. He's the head of DC Studios. He's like co-head, but you know he can't really do that anymore because, like you said, now it's kind of like if he doesn't answer or he kind of just tries to put the point to a
Yeah.
different subject, then
Like
I mean I don't know.
we were gonna do a story last week about a possible Batman game set in the Matt Reeves Batman universe. 10 minutes before we start recording, James Gunn shot it down. So I was like, all right, we won't talk about it then. Now, it's good that he has because now we know it's not true. But when he's not speaking
Which
about,
is which is weird though, because like he's very much said like, oh, I really want to tie everything together when it comes to DC. That's
yeah,
including game.
yeah,
So when we first heard this, I was like, oh, okay, this is potentially real. I don't know to what capacity. It could be a VR game, it could be a mobile game, it could be whatever. So it's really interesting that that's not real.
yeah.
You kind of would expect it to be.
But yeah, but look, before we move on to the next topic, I want to say this in the nicest way possible because James Gunn, I love you. I am here for your DC universe. I'm excited to see Superman. You're gonna need to start keeping your mouth shut because
Yeah.
we can read between the lines and go, well, he's not speaking about this, so there must be some truth to it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
No,
Anyway,
I agree 100%.
let's get on to the next topic. Daredevil. Well,
What the fuck was that?
just nothing, mate. We're going off the rails. No, we went off the rails so much on Friday that we got 10 minutes out of an hour. So I think we're going good so far. Right, Daredevil is supposed to have some of the most brutal action in it out of all the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, I find this hard to believe after watching Deadpool and Wolverine. I want to believe this, but I think more brutal it means maybe not cutting limbs off, but more like breaking breaking arms and stuff like that. What do you think? Obviously, this is coming from Brad Winderbaum. He's just trying to sell the show because he's on the press tour right now with Agatha, and I get it why he's saying this, but Brad Winderbaum as well, when he's come out and said stuff, he's been very open and honest about things usually. Because I remember when Moon Knight were coming out and they told us, when Moon Knight episode 3 came out, it was like, are you ready for the most violent thing you've seen in the MCU? And we was both pumped for it, and it was like, it was fun action, it was good, but it wasn't the most like violent thing I've seen
No,
in the MCU.
again, you can't, like you just said, he's promoting Agatha. He's on a press tour. You wanna hype up people for this, obviously, with the sort of negative reception Marvel has had, especially with the Marvel shows. You kind of want to get all the goodwill you can. I I think that this will not have the sleekest look. I think what he means is if you compare it to Deadpool and obviously Daredevil and the way he fights, they're very different. Deadpool's very like sleek and the nice cool slow mo bits,
Yeah,
and Daredevil just kind of
Matt's
like
like a Thai
yeah,
boxer sort of like.
yeah. It's like you can see that they're really doing a lot of the stunts, not to discredit Deadpool and Wolverine, of course, and any other fights that include CGI. But this is gonna have like the only time that I feel like the fights in this are gonna have CGI is just to show like the blood splat or like maybe an arm getting twisted the wrong way or something
Yeah,
like that. You
Kingpin
know what I mean?
smashing her head in.
Yeah, like you're not really gonna ever see, as much as we love Deadpool and Wolverine, there's that one scene at the very towards the end of the film. It's that big bus fight. Obviously, I won't spoil it,
It's been
but
over a
they
month, mate,
jump.
and it's made
I
over.
know, I know, I know. But they jump out of that bus at the
Yes,
back, and
yeah.
they're completely both of them are CGI for like a whole
Like
feels like forever.
probably about 20 seconds or something, but it fucking lingers on there.
Yeah,
So yeah,
it didn't look good.
it didn't
Yeah,
look
so
good at
that's
all.
that's what I'm gonna say. I don't think we're gonna see, you know, I really didn't like how Daredevil was so weirdly acrobatic in the She-Hulk show. I loved every minute of what we got of him,
Yeah,
except that.
because look, Matt is, he gets about, he moves. He never moved like that in the Netflix show, and I accepted it at first because I was like, I know this isn't the same Matt Murdock from the Netflix show. Now it is. So
Yeah,
it's all right. He shouldn't be moving like that now. Because at that point it was a new Daredevil, still played by Charlie Cox, still played by Charlie Cox, of course. But now it's that same Daredevil, so he needs to have that same movement.
yeah, that
But
grounded.
I do remember one of the showrunners coming out from Daredevil, one that happened in She-Hulk, saying, "Look, we would have had him moving like that. We just didn't have the fucking budget. But I still want it to be grounded and how it used to be."
Yeah, yeah.
So
There's not much else I can say about that. I think that's what he's probably trying to emphasize and get across as like this is going to be like not like your CGI fights and your slick moves. This is going to be bloody and boxing and it's
yeah,
all going to be almost practical. Well, most of it will have lots of stunt
bit
work.
of MMA, some arm bars. Frank. We're completely forgetting Punisher is in this. We're gonna see some
Yeah,
brutal shit with that.
I mean, if Disney give us the most brutal Punisher, then I have faith in Disney going. I have so much faith in Disney
I,
then going
I'm
forward.
gonna get us cancelled right now because I'm gonna say this. Disney have given us the most brutal Darth Vader.
Well, it's not gonna get you cancelled. That's a fact
Yeah,
amongst Disney and regular Star Wars fans.
yeah,
So you can't take that away from them. So
yeah.
I mean, shit.
So yeah, I'm just picturing that scene now from the first episode of season 2 where Frank shoots up the Irish, and
Yeah.
someone's like, like gums have like flown out with teeth in them, and they're stuck in the
Do,
bar.
do, you know, do you know what I find crazy about like Disney? It's like they won't do sex, they won't do drugs, they won't do any of that. But when it comes to like the gory and the violent stuff, it's like, yeah, let's fucking go all in. Because I know Alien Romulus with
Yeah.
some of the kills which we reviewed on the channel. The kills weren't that creative, and
Yeah,
they
I
were a
think we
bit
both
like,
agreed that the kills were a bit lackluster.
yeah.
Yeah.
But at the end of the film, with what they show, that's fucking. Again, I won't spoil it, but that's like, holy
No.
shit, Disney, you
Now,
approve this?
now you say that Marvel doesn't do sex. We've actually had a Marvel sex scene in Eternals, and it was probably one of the worst written things I've ever heard. I love you, Cersei.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah,
I think there
I
was a bit of
remembered that
leeway
because
though
I'm a
because
loser.
of the director. Yeah. No, I think there was a bit of leeway with that, of course, obviously with the director. You kind of like you don't want to get in the way of a director like that
Yeah.
who's
No, you don't.
who's you know what I mean. So
On
it's
a
one of those
roll.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, let's move on to the next one. And I cannot believe Kyle missed the hyphen between Spider and Man. But and
It just looked better.
he
It
is
looked
someone
better.
who grills me over this like my entire life, and is the only reason I do it.
It it just looks a little better with the colours. It's gonna go
Well,
back to normal next week.
practice what you preach, mate. So John Watts, the beloved director of the Spider-Man Home trilogy, has been talking about why he's not returning to do Spider-Man 4. And it comes down to that was a different moment in his life. It's very much, he says you don't get to be Christopher Nolan all the time and do everything. He says Marvel helps you out with so much. And he says at the end of the day, Spider-Man will never be his character. It'll be Stan Lee and Steve Ditko's. He kind of wants to go back to doing his own thing, which, have you seen Cop Car? Which he did? Which got him the gig?
Cop car.
Yeah, where the kids take the cop car with Kevin Bacon, I believe, is in it.
I don't think I've seen that.
Great
No,
film.
no.
Great film. So yeah, he kind of wants to go back to doing more stuff like that, and all right, fair enough.
I would like to see him return to the MCU. Definitely, as even if he's directing something else completely, completely whole new character or an existing character, or at least I would very, very much like him to have a producing role, something behind the scenes, helping out.
Yeah.
Whether it be a couple of lines here and there. It's like, what would the MCU Spider-Man do in or say this little segment here, and who's better to get than even writing
I
lines,
thought you
anything
wanted
like
to go
that.
do Blow backstage.
No, so because obviously, yeah, I get what you're saying. Spider-Man isn't his character, but he has created, essentially, he has built up
Yes.
the MCU Spider-Man. So you can't forget that. And if Spider-Man's gonna be in the next Avengers films, of course he's going to be.
Yeah.
Needs some of that flavor in, because you don't want to just like feel like it's a completely different Spider-Man.
Well, you got to think from John Watts' point of view as well. He came into this where he didn't even get to cast the lead role because the Russo brothers did it for Civil War. So you can kind of, obviously him and Tom have worked great together, but you can kind of see where that level of disconnect would be with him. And I'm at a point with him where it's like, he has give us, guys, this will get us cancelled. He has give us the strongest Spider-Man trilogy. Spider-Man 2 is a better film than all of John Watts' films. But in terms of consistency and strength, John Watts has given us the best Spider-Man trilogy. That might change.
Yeah, no.
That might change when the next Spider-Verse film comes out. But
if it comes out. Dear God, that's so sad. Yeah, no, that's where I stand with it. It's like I would like him. Huh?
It ain't Blade.
That's where I stand with it though. With John Watts, if he's not going to direct something, at least have him just be there. Because I know you said there would be that disconnect, obviously, with him not being able to choose who the Peter Parker Spider-Man is. He had no real say in that. But he's done 3 films and he nailed all 3 films. And I can imagine that, he built then a connection
Yeah,
to Tom
no,
Holland and the
definitely.
Spider-Man character.
Definitely. He probably knows Spider-Man better than most people do. Like, well, I'll say it, we're nerds, but he knows Spider-Man better than most nerds do because he gave us what we wanted. But look, I get it. And if I'm in, if I'm him, walk away while you're winning. He's done 3 great films, and then I'm not saying that
It,
the next Spider-Man film's not going to be great.
I want to say one thing as well before
You
we
can say
move
it
on.
too.
John Watts,
That's it.
he's so underrated.
Yes.
I find you don't hear enough people talk about him. Obviously, he directed the home trilogy and the amazing film that was No Way Home. With the crazy amount that was going on in that film, it's crazy that he should have got a lot more recognition. Like his name should be up there.
With
I'd
the
even say up there with
Russos.
the Russos.
Yes.
Yeah,
Russos, Favreau, all the good names like that.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I get what you mean, but I also get why he wants to step away. And look, if we can get a set of new eyes on this, because maybe he's just burnt out from Spider-Man and he can't possibly think of anything else to do with him.
Yeah, no, that's fair, of course.
That is fair, and
I,
I think we're forgetting as well that he was going to jump straight onto Fantastic Four.
mm,
But then again,
which I still would have really liked to have seen.
yeah, I'm happy with Matt Shackman though. Obviously, he's
Mm.
given us our best Disney Plus outing, so I've no complaints with him doing Fantastic Four at all. But yeah, John Watts, guys, let us know down below. Do you want to see him return to Spider-Man, or do you want to see him continue to make more original films like Cop Car? Right, Kyle, let's get on to the biggest topic of the day. This trailer had been out for 20 minutes, and I was already seeing memes. So, I think me and Kyle will happily tell you right now, we are both 25 years old, and Kyle is turning 26, and we still have a currently running Minecraft server that we still play. So,
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone still has that. I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, that 2 week Minecraft phase."
yeah.
That you have every year. It's the same with us. Like, it's a fun game. Sue me. Like,
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
I will sue you. But we're not here to talk about the game. We're here to talk about the trailer, which is part of the game. But still, this trailer was not good. It was
It
not good.
annoys me so
It
much.
annoyed you. Oh god, I want to know what annoyed Kyle, because I'm really good at annoying Kyle, but I want to know what this trailer did to annoy Kyle.
So, they're all humanoid. They're all just real people.
Yeah, why didn't we see Jason Blockmower?
Yeah, why wasn't or Jack Black, Steve?
Jack, no,
Why
Jack,
wasn't
Jack Block. Come on, Kyle, that one was
Jack
right there.
Black?
That one was
Okay.
right there. Too easy. Can't believe you missed it.
Jack Black should be Jack Block, okay? Not humanoid. It doesn't make. It's annoying. I don't like it, and
I am Steve.
it really looks like a fan film. That the whole background, the way they're sort of like, it's so strange. I don't get why they've done this.
Yeah.
Every time I see a shot of them as a group in the trailer, it's a very short trailer. I think it's like a minute and something. It just looks bad. It just doesn't look like it fits. Now, again, it might improve when the film comes out. We don't know. Maybe this film is going to be amazing story wise, but
Maybe
just the whole thing.
maybe it's the Barbie of
visually,
2025.
No. Visually, it's not pleasing. Like, I'm not complaining
No.
about the CGI. I'm not complaining about, except for the sort of green screen, the blatant green screen. But definitely, yeah, just everything else, the way things look, it's almost like uncanny Minecraft, which I don't think you could. How is that possible?
It looks like they've got a shit texture pack on.
Yeah.
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 It does. Now, look, I'm a big believer of, let's wait until this film comes out before we can say if it's bad or not. I'm just saying this trailer was bad. I will say, I'm a big fan of everyone who's in this. Obviously, Jason Momoa, big fan of Jason Momoa. Jack Black, who doesn't love Jack Black? Daniela Brooks, I think we all fell in love with her in Peacemaker.
She was great in
So
that, yeah.
she was fantastic in that.
It's
She stood out in Peacemaker. So,
yeah.
but
It's just one of those things. Like I don't think, this film might be somewhat entertaining with the great cast that we have. Of course, Jack Black as Steve is
because I
the
don't want to
godsend.
write this off just yet.
No.
Like, I think
I'm with you on that.
What we do is Kyle goes in a creeper costume on April 4th to see Minecraft.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Why not?
I think if we get another trailer and it doesn't really improve anything, or if we see something that's even worse in, say, like the next teaser or trailer or anything like that, anything negative, right? One more negative spell on this, and I promise you that internet will cyberbully the fuck out of this, like they did with Sonic.
I was going to say that was going to be my next question. Does this film get Sonicked?
I think, to be honest, I wholeheartedly think, I get they want to try do big bucks and try get a lot of money for this. I get they're aiming high with having a live action cast, but this isn't gonna get that. Of course, with the younger audience, it will generate a fairly bit of money.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Despite that,
do you think this will do well? Because I think it's going to capture a lot of that younger audience. I definitely say it up front.
yeah,
I'm kind of getting.
because
do you know what vibes I'm getting with this? Mario mixed with Jumanji. Sort of
a
vibes.
little bit, yeah, and it doesn't work from what we've seen.
Yeah.
I just think like the way they've sort of like tried to aim it is like there with having a live action cast, but you've got to think this is Minecraft we're talking about. It's gonna get big bucks at the box office regardless if it's real or CGI or whatever. So I think they should literally just call their losses, right? Genuinely delay the film and Sonic it.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is make the main characters all CGI generated.
I don't think they'll do that. That is one thing I don't think they'll do.
I think it's the safer bet. I think it won't make them necessarily. I don't know. I think it will make them just a little bit more money. I think it will get more people to be willing to see this.
Yeah, look, I never knew that Jason Momoa of a Fringe would be so fucking scary.
Yeah,
but it is.
It just all looks cheap and fan filmy, and not. There is great fan films out there. I'm not saying there isn't. What I mean by fan film is like someone's just gone out and recorded whatever with a shitty green screen.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, we only got just over a minute of footage as well from what would be a 2-hour film. Still looks shit though.
Yeah, I don't know. I
look. I think we both know we're going to be there opening night now because of this.
I mean, yeah, we definitely will be. I definitely say we'll have to go to a much later showing or a super early one because I just don't want to be an audience with a bunch of screaming kids say "Reaper" on the screen. I just want to sit, relax, and try enjoy what little of the film I can.
There's a moment in the teaser where Jason Momoa is getting sneaked up on by a creeper.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it'll blow him up and we have like a really dramatic death over a creeper blowing someone up?
Maybe, or yeah. This is weird. It feels like it. What I'll say about this, I get it. It is aimed for kids,
yes.
But it's really just only aimed for kids.
Yeah, let's look at the irony of this. Those two 25-year-old men going, this Minecraft movie doesn't look like it's going to be any good.
Yeah.
We see it, but yeah.
But here's the thing though. I mean, look at Barbie. Barbie's a great example of this because, we went in, expecting maybe something a bit that's not really our cup of tea. and we loved it. It was a
Yeah,
fantastic film.
it,
This
I did
is
love
not
Barbie.
giving me that vibe. Yeah, this is not giving me this vibe. This is giving me like this is a dumb kids film.
Do you know? Do you know what? I watched Barbie by myself at home, and my grandma knocked on the door and came in and opened the door and she went, "You watching Barbie?" I was like, "No, it's an advert." I paused it.
Yeah, she definitely knew you were watching
I
Barbie.
was watching Barbie.
Hey, there's not wrong with it. Barbie's a great film.
Yeah.
I'll say it. I don't care.
Yeah, you went back like the next day, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Zara went back. Yeah, she really liked it.
Right. That'll do us for today. But wait, Kyle, what are we doing? You want to let the people know there's going to be no show Friday?
No, we have to serve the Emperor. As some of you may well know, I'm guessing a fair few of you, if you're watching this Minecraft segment, there's a big game coming out. Looks promising. We've pre-ordered it and we're ready to go. We've got it downloaded. It comes out tomorrow evening for us. Space Marines Warhammer, Space Marines 2. That's coming out, and I thought about, yeah, we could probably do like a little video on it. I kind of didn't expect Callum to be on board with it. I thought he'd just want to sit and play the game and just enjoy it fully. But we've both agreed we'll put in some effort here and there, and we're gonna do something different, and we're gonna have a fun little video. Just testing the waters. It might be something we take further down the line. But we'll see what the reaction is. See if it does well, then we'll probably make
Yeah.
some more sprinkled in. It's not going to overtake our show. This is a
No.
one-off.
Yeah. We
Yeah,
definitely
we'll
need to
still.
figure out how it's working as well. And I just want to remind everyone that even though we don't step beyond most times, we are movies and beyond. We will do gaming stuff, and it's just something fun that me and Kyle want to try. Because look, Kyle is being held back by just doing this movie stuff. He's a whiz at what he does. Please no other channel take him off me. But I feel like he can edit some gameplay together really good, and make it entertaining, keep the pace. So yeah,
Yeah, it'll
any
help.
highly
It'll help with
edited
this.
video on our channel is Kyle. I cannot do that shit to save my life.
Hell yeah.
You don't want to say. You don't want to say. No, Callum, you're not that bad. You can do a little bit. You.
I saw your Crow video, mate. Fucking atrocious. I'm joking. I was actually a really good effort, and I think you're on the right way to, doing really really well
Working
edits.
for Steven Spielberg.
I won't go that far, mate. I'm not even there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, keep an eye out for that. That'll be fun. It'll be, I guess I'll be in charge of the whole video, so it'll be sort of a different format. It won't be lengthy. It'll be nice and edited. Have a nice pace to it.
Lengthy, mate.
Jesus Christ! Right, and the show.
Which is surprising because your dad's got a massive cock. Right, see you later, guys.